Hey, second grade. So lesson 16 is kind of fun. It's going to get you up and moving, and it's going to have you measuring around your house. And you're definitely going to need somebody in your family that you can measure their parts of their body with, actually. It's their shin, which is part of your leg. So first thing with this lesson is that you are going to be using rulers, okay? And you're going to be using yardsticks. Now, a yardstick, if you guys know, are those longer wooden rulers that I have in the room that sometimes you guys would use for the sight words. Well, I'm not going to send home a yardstick because, one, I don't have 14 yardsticks, and two, that would be kind of crazy. So what is in your folder is this worksheet. So you need to cut each of these pieces out, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you just glue or tape the pieces together. We did this in class, remember? We made our own yardsticks in class. Or no, they were meter sticks. We made meter sticks in class, and you guys used those for a while. They were like the pieces of paper. So you're just going to make these at home. Same thing, cut them apart, glue them together, and now you have a paper yardstick that you'll use for this lesson. So once you get your yardstick made, once you have this ruler, 6-inch ruler, or your 12-inch ruler, whatever you want to use, go ahead and turn and open up to lesson 16. It says recording sheet. So this whole lesson, you're working with your parents or an older sibling, and you're going to do some measurements. So it says center 1, measure and compare shin lengths, okay? So it says choose a measuring unit to measure the shins of everyone in your group. You can use this, or you can use your homemade yardstick to measure the shins. So this is kind of fun. So measure your own shin, measure the shin of your mom, your dad, grandma, grandpa, whoever's in the house with you, and then it says I chose to measure using blank. So either write ruler or yardstick right there on this line. That's where I'm at. And then just fill in the chart. Put the name of who you measured and then the length of their shin. It says, what is the difference in length between the longest and shortest shins at the bottom of the chart? So over here to the side, you might write a number, sentence, and statement. So let's pretend that my shin was 17 inches long, and I measured Miss Doda's shin, and hers was 22 inches long. Okay, so that's how you do that. Now I just pretended I measured. I didn't actually go measure. And it says, what is the difference in length between the shortest and longest shins? So Miss Doda's is longer, so I'll put that on top. So subtract my shin from it, 17. And the difference between the two is 5 inches. So my statement would be, Miss Doda's shin is 5 inches longer than mine. That would work. Okay, so you guys measure some shins in your house and then figure out who had the longest, who has the shortest, do a subtraction problem, and then write a sentence to match. Okay, so then down at center 2 it says compare lengths to a yardstick. So fill in your estimate for each object using the words more than, less than, or about the same length as. Okay, then measure each object with a yardstick. So you're going to have to make your paper yardstick and use it here. And record the measurement on the chart. So number 1, the length of a book is blank the yardstick. So over here, so we have to fill in the blanks and put more than, less than, or about the same length as. So the length of a book is blank the yardstick. So I know when I make my paper yardstick, that thing's pretty long. Okay, there's 36 inches. That's 6 of these guys, these 6-inch rulers. That's 6 of these to equal that yardstick. So a book is not the same length as a yardstick, not even close. And it's not more than a yardstick. That'd be a really big book. So it's less than the yardstick. So you write less than on the line. And then over here in my chart, I actually go and measure my book. So I'm just going to pretend that I measured my book with my blue ruler, and it was, you know, a Magic Treehouse book, and my Magic Treehouse book was maybe 7 inches. That's what I would write. And then so down here on number 3, it used to say length of student desk, but we're not in class, so go measure your bed. So the length of your bed is blank the yardstick, same as more than or less than. Okay? Height of the door, go measure a door. Down here, don't do this bottom part, okay? You can cross that off. On the back, center 3, it says name 4 objects in the classroom. I don't want you to do that. Cross out classroom and write kitchen, okay? So name 4 objects in your kitchen. Let's see. I'm going to do my the fridge. I might do a spoon. I might do my maybe a spatula, and maybe a stick of butter from the fridge. So just think of 4 items from your kitchen, okay? And then you are going to circle which unit you would use to measure each item and record the measurement in your chart. So a fridge is really big. Am I going to use this to measure my fridge, or am I going to use my long paper yardstick to measure my fridge? The long paper yardstick, because it'll take a lot. It won't take as long. So you're going to circle yards, because I'm going to measure in yards. And then I would go measure my fridge, and my fridge might be around 2 yards. Okay, so I would write 2 yards. Now a spoon is very tiny. Would I want to use that long yardstick to measure my spoon? No, I'm going to use my little 6-inch ruler to measure my spoon. And my spoon, wow, if I measure it, it might be the same size as this ruler. So I used inches, and I'm going to put 6 inches. Feet would be 1 whole ruler, okay? So this is not 1 ruler. This is actually half of a ruler, because this is 6 inches. If you have your wooden ruler at home, that would be 1 foot. So if you put your ruler up against maybe your fridge, you could have measured your fridge in feet, and you'd count, and it'd be 1 ruler is 1 foot. Another ruler is 2 feet. Another ruler is 3 feet, and so on and so forth. And that's how you measure in feet. I want you guys to cross off center 4. You don't have to do that. And then just go to center 5. It says choose a tool to measure. Circle the tool used to measure each object, then measure and record the length in the chart and circle the unit. So, length of the rug. So go find a rug in your house. It could be a bath mat. It could be a rug in your living room. It could be a welcome mat. And did you use a yardstick or a 12-inch ruler? So I'm going to pretend that I used my 12-inch ruler to measure the rug. Remember, not a 12-inch ruler. This is a 6-inch ruler. So if you guys need a 12-inch ruler, use the one that was in your lunch sack, that brown one that goes all the way to 12 inches, okay? If you don't have the 12-inch ruler, then you're going to only be measuring these items with the yardsticks, okay? And then go measure it. How many inches was the length of the rug? And you just write that on the blank. So, and then at the bottom there's a word problem that you can read and then answer. And then the exit ticket, okay, it says circle the unit that would best measure each object. So all you have to do is use your brain, okay? Do you think a marker would it be best to measure a marker with a 1-inch tile? Think of it like that way. A whole ruler or a yardstick. Now a marker's small, so you're not going to use the yardstick. That doesn't make any sense. So you think, is it better to measure a marker with an inch or a foot? Well, a marker is smaller than a ruler, so it might be better to measure the marker with inch, right? So I'm going to circle inch because I know markers are little. For big items, you probably are going to want to use your yardstick because it's your largest measuring tool. So the height of a car, that's big. I'm going to measure the height of a car in yards. And you guys can just think of the rest, okay? So I did the first two for you. All right, lots of measuring this week in math. Let me know if you have any questions, and good luck making those yardsticks, okay? Talk to you later.